Have you ever had that strange, nagging feeling that someone might like you, but you just can't tell for sure? Maybe it's someone you see often, a colleague, a friend, someone from class. And there's something there, you can feel it, but every time you try to read the signals, they disappear. Here's what most people don't know. When someone has a hidden crush on you, they rarely just come out and say it. Instead, their mind and body betray them in ways they can't even control. And once you know what to look for, you'll never miss it again. Today, we're covering 5 psychology-backed signs that someone has a hidden crush on you. Stay until sign number 4 because that one surprises almost everyone. Sign 1. They get slightly nervous, but only around you. You've probably seen this person be completely relaxed and confident with everyone else. But when you walk into the room, something shifts. They stumble over a word. They laugh a little too quickly. They suddenly don't know what to do with their hands. This isn't a coincidence. A 2020 study published in the journal Adaptive Human Behavior and Physiology found that when people are near someone they find attractive, they show measurable signs of nervousness, including speaking faster, losing their train of thought, and even changes in the pitch of their voice. And the fascinating part? Most of them don't even realize they're doing it. So if someone who's normally composed seems to lose it a little around you specifically, your presence is affecting them more than they're letting on. Sign 2. They remember things you said, even the small stuff. You casually mentioned weeks ago that you don't like a certain food, and somehow they remembered. You said something in passing about a show you wanted to watch. They brought it up later. When someone has a hidden crush on you, they hang on your words in a way that feels almost unconscious. That's because attraction activates a part of the brain associated with focused attention, making the object of someone's affection feel more significant, more worth remembering. Psychologists describe this as attentional bias, where the brain prioritizes information related to the person we're drawn to. In plain terms, if someone is storing the little details of your life like they're important, it's because, to them, you are. Sign 3, their body faces you, even when they're not talking to you. This one is subtle, and that's exactly why most people miss it. You're both in a group setting, a dinner, a meeting, a casual hangout. They're not even in your conversation. But if you look carefully, you'll notice their body is slightly angled towards you. Body language researchers call this postural orientation, and it's one of the most honest things the human body can do because it operates almost entirely outside of conscious control. We instinctively orient our physical presence towards the things and people we're drawn to. Harvard psychologist Zick Rubin found that couples who are deeply in love maintain significantly more physical attentiveness towards each other, even in moments of silence. So if someone keeps drifting in your direction without realizing it, their body is saying what their mouth won't. Sign 4, they find reasons to touch you and it feels casual. This is the one that surprises people because it doesn't feel obvious. It feels accidental. A hand that lingers on your shoulder a second too long. A light touch on the arm to make a point. Sitting just close enough that your arms brush. Here's the psychology behind it. Physical touch triggers the release of oxytocin, a bonding hormone that deepens feelings of connection and closeness. When someone is drawn to you, their brain is essentially pushing them toward contact, even when they're trying to play it cool. Body language expert Patty Wood notes that this kind of subtle, repeated touch is one of the clearest unconscious signals of attraction, because it's not something people consciously decide to do. It happens because some part of them can't help it. So the next time you notice those accidental touches, know that very little about them is actually accidental. Sign 5. They act differently around you than they do with everyone else. Their sense of humor sharpens. They're a little more animated. They ask you more questions than they ask anyone else. Dating researcher Matthew Hussey has noted that when someone has feelings for another person, their energy naturally increases in that person's presence, often without them realizing it. They're not performing, they're responding. Something about you makes them want to be more. And here's the thing that makes this sign so telling. It's consistent. It happens every time because it's not a choice, it's a reaction. If you've noticed that someone seems to come alive a little differently when you're around, that shift is worth paying attention to. Feelings can be confusing, and most people are better at hiding them than they think. But the body, the memory, the nervous system, they're not great liars. If you've noticed even 3 of these signs in someone around you, it might be time to stop wondering and start paying closer attention. If this gave you some clarity, subscribe to Psych Pedal. We break down the hidden psychology of the people in your life every week. And drop a comment below which sign surprised you the most. We'll see you in the next one.